Okay. Forgot to start up my program, so let's quickly open that up. Okay, so I'm just going to continue with the integration that I was doing yesterday. So I've set up the services, I've set up the auto deployment, and everything is working. I tested. Let's just double check because I want to check my SSL certificates, see if they actually still work. But then yeah, if I continue coding now, everything should be in place that we can just actually auto deploy, and the server will take care of everything for us. But yeah, let's quickly check the certificates. So this one still, oh yes, the issue I was having was it wasn't loading my static resources last night. Okay, so they both work, but I still got to figure out this issue with the static resources, why it's not loading those. I'm not really sure where to start because I've never had this issue before. Usually a static resource, you by using this use static files, it solves all problems. I don't know where the other issue is coming from. What I'm curious about though is if I take another application that I know doesn't have this issue and I deploy it over this application and then see whether that works. Because if it works, then we know it's the application. If it doesn't work, we know it's the server, the permissions or whatever. I'm just trying to think how I'm going to do this though. The quickest way probably be to create a separate branch, copy the other project's code over to that branch. No, it's not going to work because the workflows only trigger on the main branch. It's not going to solve my problem. I think temporarily I'll just overwrite the repo and then revert it afterwards. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I just want to test whether this is actually an application issue or a server issue. Not that one. Where's the... It's not Citadel. I think I might have actually removed it. Okay, but that's not a biggie. That one? I think it was that one. Ooh, connection strings. That wasn't... Let's see, is this all my server? Yes, this is all my server, so we're good. I can just reset the password because I've just doxed myself. Not very clever. Maybe turn down the music a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at something. Okay, so the password I just doxed wasn't my main password, so that's good. It's just my SQL password. So now I have to change that. Okay, so we're logged into the server. I'm gonna switch over to super user. Wait, do we need to? We don't. Can I cancel? Yes. Okay, so we don't need to be super user. We can just connect to the MySQL. Is that the password I revealed? No, it's not. This is the one. Oh, okay, good. So it's not my root password. Whew, thank God. This is just a secondary user. Thank God. Okay, it's not a not an admin user I just doxed myself with. That's good. Okay, now let's close this file because that is sensitive stuff. Okay. I think let's do this on the website. Let's just start it up, make sure it's in a working condition. Then we can take its code, paste it over the other project, and then in theory, oh no, we're gonna have to trigger the deployment manually. I do want to automate it. Oh god, this isn't the website I remember. However, this is a good test because this one has CSS files. It shows us the name, but the ASP append version doesn't work on this one. Why? Do we even have that? Because I want to test that as well. Where the hell is it now? Oh, projects collapse. So we go to views. What? Components? Oh, this is a Blazor app. Which is good. Maybe it's a good test. But that explains why we don't have ASP append version. Nah, let's rather stick to the old website. Or this one. This one will actually work. It's a good test. There we go. Okay. So this one here, I'm going to take its code, replace the other application, and have it deploy. See if it works. If it doesn't work, we know the problem is on the server. If it does work, the problem is within our application. So let's do this. Open the folder. Let's just make sure all changes are committed. I believe so. Wait. This one. No changes outstanding. This one has changes. But we don't care about this one. We're going to do it on this one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is open this directory, which I have no idea how. Just Explorer then. Okay. So we're going to delete everything in here except the workflow, the Git folder, and and the Git ignore. We don't need a README. We don't care about a README. So we'll just revert this commit afterwards because this is now going to have to get committed for us to test it. Now, where's the other oh, wait, it was here. Okay, copying all of this. There's no Git files, nothing like that. No. Okay, and we're pasting it over here. Okay, now that it's pasted, we can commit. It's going to show a shit ton of changes. Push immediately. Stage all changes. Removing an app. Okay, it should be removing quite a bit and then adding quite a bit. So I'm just going to trust that it's correct. I'm not going to look through everything now. Okay. So we've now committed it. Now go to GitHub. Close that browser tab. Oh, come on. Resize again. Okay. Let's go to GitHub. Go to that repo, and then we hit the deployment. Which one was it? This one. Actions, workflow, run the workflow. Let's see what happens. Turns this website, so it doesn't do substitution anymore. I didn't break my workflow file. No, I never moved it, so. I don't know if something's going to fail. Maybe it shouldn't. I can't see why it would fail. It's going to fail on the server side because the DLL name is different. That's why it's going to fail. We'll fix that quick. Just wait for this job to finish. Okay. So that job completed. If we go back to the server now, I'm going to need super user for this. Now I need to copy that password again. Here's my credential manager. Okay, so sudo -i, paste the password. Which one was this? This was, wait. So I deploy the application. Oh yes, now I need to edit the service before I actually restart it. So let's do this. What is this thing called now? Just that. Stop. Okay, so that service should now be stopped. So now we're going to edit the actual service. So we're going to go /etc/system. What? Double S, my bad. Systemd/system. And then the service name, which is this. Okay, so the DLL name would now have changed to... Where's that project? Under construction site.dll. That should be it. URL remains the same. Nothing else needs to change. That's going to be a problem because it does... No, it does exist in that folder. That's right. URL remains. Okay, so that's good. Save, exit. Now we need to reload the service daemon. System CTL daemon reload. That's it. Okay. So now we start the server back up, a service. Let's check its status to make sure it actually started. Seems active. Still active, so it's not crashing. Which means that now we should see that under construction website. But the CSS still isn't loading. So the issue is not application. The issue is on the server. So we need to figure out why my server doesn't like this. To be honest, I have no idea. My suspicion is it's an Nginx thing. I can't think that it's folder permissions. However, I do want to confirm the permissions. So let's go. Wait. There, under construction site, wroot. Where's its wroot folder? It doesn't have one? No, it does. It's just read, write, execute, read. It's identical to everything else, so it's not permissions. Can't be permissions. It has to be my Nginx. It's got to be my Nginx that's broken somehow. It's the only thing I can think of. So open another PuTTY window. I have two connections to the server. I want to do a comparison between the two files. God, I love this song. Okay. That doesn't remember my nano command. No. Really? Fine. /systemd/system/ wait, I want to edit Nginx files, my bad. So it's etc Nginx sites available. This one we know works. Yes. Okay. Let's do that. And that. Okay, let's compare. So we don't need identity or this because we've already got, because those are subdomains. We don't have any subdomains. We just need the first three to match. So what am I missing? HTTP. It looks identical to me. Check the SSL one. Wait, those are both. Include. It's identical. I don't see a difference. Can't see why it would be breaking. Not a missing semicolon again, is it? Like yesterday I forgot a semicolon. Doesn't look that way, nope. Host request URI, host request URI, soundsound.com request URI. There's a difference, isn't there? No, it's not. Request URI semicolon. I can't see what's different. I can't see why it's breaking. Why would it not serve my static content? Because it's the same application, so we know it's a server problem. Both have location / proxy pass host star.domain name. I have no idea what's wrong. Let's Google it. Is alias instead of root? Root depends on trailing URL. Locations. No. This is if you're serving directly out of a folder. We're proxying an application, so this doesn't apply to us. Check your file permissions, already done. Not that. chown. Oh, wait a second. He's using no, but I didn't need to do that. Because my applications are running under the context of a specific user, that user needs to have the permission. So I've already done this for that user. Didn't result in a wait a second. Did we? Is that service? Let's edit that again. I think I might have actually forgotten to add the user in the actual service file. This is the one. Oh no, there it is. Elite admin. So no, it is running as the right user. There's our problem. I found the problem. This is it. This has to be it. It's not running out of the correct directory. I think that's our problem. Now we need to restart the service. So what is this thing called now again? Simonstein.com restart. What? It changed, so we have to do systemctl daemon reload and then restart it. Boom. Okay, I think our problem might be solved now. Let's find out. Keep clicking this. Boom, problem solved. Oh my god, I can't believe I struggled with it. I had the freaking wrong working directory. I'm such an idiot sometimes. It was this side, right? Let's look at the... do we only have one service? What was the other one? What did I call the other one? Twitch Polar? Did we even create a service for it? Yes, we did, didn't we? Aha, this is a Twitch Polar. There we go. Stop the service. Edit its file. Same problem. You see, this thing would have caused problems because I forgot to update the working directories after I changed it. That was my problem. Okay, so there's our issue from last night fixed as well. But now we can revert our commit, and then did I move Git Kraken or did I close it? Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. Revert commit, yes. Push. Okay, in other words, this one wouldn't complain about anything, right? Because this file has now been restored. Was it though? Oh yes, I did copy tag up and the project name matches. So that's right. We fixed that. Now just need to redeploy it. Go back to GitHub. I'm going to rerun the same workflow. This one, run workflow, run. There we go. So now once it's finished running, we'll have the updated version of the site and our static content will work because I fixed my mistake. The song is actually bloody depressing, to be honest. It's a cool song, but not in the mood for it now. This is better. Finished, right? So now if you refresh, Nginx, really? Because now I need to update the service again. Okay, so no, not this one, this one. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, so now I revert the DLL name. That should fix it. Now let's just reload the service daemon, systemctl, daemon reload. And then we restart the service. So service Twitch Polar restart. Here we go. Okay, now static content works. Now we can continue with the actual integration. Happy. System restart required, so it installed updates again. Okay, well, we can do that now. Wait, oh shit, no, let's not reboot the server. I'm pretty sure there's people playing. This song is also very interesting. They're singing about taking coke in the bathroom. All days. Okay, so, yeah, I've got people on my Palworld server, so I can't bring the server down now. It's not necessary though. It was just a thing I wanted to do. So let's continue. I'm done with this project. Continue with this one. So we need to now finish building table for collecting broadcasters. Invaluable level, you rubbish bot. Go away. And don't come back. Just trying to think how I'm going to set up these entities, because ideally I want to build this application in a way that accommodates reusability. I don't know if I... this is a tricky one, because at this current moment I'm only pulling information for myself. I'm thinking of building the tool in such a way that other people can use it, but then again it's going to be built for their channel specifically. So I don't think it's worth building it right now to accommodate multiple users. So I'm going to build it so this structure here is actually correct. So I'm going to have a single broadcast ID. Actually, let's think about this for a second. Where's my postman? Let's update postman. You put your client ID as a header. Give it a token, which you would have retrieved from the authorization endpoint. And then the broadcaster ID as a parameter. Wait, which call is this? What? Later. When I tell it to close this thing... Oh, there it goes now. Weird. Which one was it now? Was it the get users? This is the first one. Oh shit, not this again. Oh wait, that secret has actually been expired, so we know this is safe. We know that's safe. Okay, so you call the authorization endpoint with these headers. It gives you your token. no additional headers, meaning you only need these three. Client ID, client secret, we've got in our config file. The grant type, we can just hard code that. And this will give us our broadcast ID, right? Let me just run this quick. Just want to check something. Okay, yeah, I'm safe. This token is expired. Okay, my new token is different. Good. Hate doxing myself. Okay, just taking this off screen because I need that corrected token. Okay, so you call that, gives you your access token. So where's our broadcaster ID? Oh wait, once you have the access token, you can call this endpoint if I remember correctly. Hold on. Sorry, I just want to test this off screen quick because it contains some sensitive stuff. Is it this one? I think it might be this one. So this one won't allow me to pull the users /helix/channel. /helix/users. I'm pretty sure. Let's just replace this token as well. Headers, client ID, we only need the ID. We don't need a secret. Where does the secret come in? Only for the token. That makes sense. Missing required perimeter broadcast ID. So why do I have to explicitly give it to you? I could have sworn the way they described the service was whichever user is authenticated, he's the one whose channel data gets returned if it's not specified. But still, I have to specify it, which is silly. Okay, but that means we do need the broadcaster ID. So we're going to have to get our token using the client ID and client secret. Once we've got our token, we go fetch our broadcaster ID. But before we get our broadcaster ID, there was a different way to do this, though. It wasn't get followers. I'm pretty sure it was this one. There was something else that I used to get the broadcast ID. It wasn't this one, was it? Pretty sure it wasn't this one. ID or login query parameter is required. Pretty sure it wasn't this one. Although it could be. Let's just replace. Oh, that is a new token. ID or login. Oh, hold on. This is if you. No, I already fixed this because normally it was /search to actually search for users. If you do it without that, it should just give you your user info, but it's not. Here's my broadcast ID, but no, man, I'm pretty sure I did this a different way. Got our client ID. Is that even right? Sorry, I just want to check on GitHub. Where's that? Keep closing my browser window. I do. It's bad. Let's do this. Okay, so we're looking at this repo, going to the actions and then the variables. Where would that be again? Oh, wait. No, it was here, wasn't it? No, it's under settings. Sorry. Settings, secrets, actions. Same one. Oh man, there was a different way I did this. And I'm pretty sure it was on search channel. Yeah, you see, it does give us a broadcaster ID, but if I don't include this, missing required parameter. Makes no sense, so. That's a new token. Here's our client ID. Let's go look at this API again, because they explained that you don't need to specify the login, yet I find I need to. So let's actually do this. dev.twitch.tv. Actually, not console. I want to go to, I'm assuming, no, there are docs. I think it's docs. Where did I find this stuff? I think it might have actually been these. There's nothing about getting your broadcast ID, so I don't know how they actually intend for us to do this. This is obviously chat related stuff. I'm pretty sure it's this. No. Ah, reference. This was the one. Okay, so we want to get channel or something. Let's actually search. Get channel information. About one or more channels. Requires an access token or user token. Broadcaster ID is required. Okay, so you can't run it without it. Get charity, get chatters. Ooh, power surges. I don't like that. Get channel emotes. See, this is the one I'm using, search channels. So normally if you just omit the search. But that's what I did here, right? I don't have the search, correct. But then it wants a broadcast ID. I don't really know which one's the right one to use. I mean, it looks like this one, but then how do you get the broadcast ID? User ID in the access token. So hold on a second. It didn't give me a... Oh, shit. Keep doxing myself. That was a new one. Wonder why it doesn't work though. Why it only gives me that one user. Can you go away? Thank you. Wait, are they really gonna make me scroll all the way up just to... Bad development. Where's your UI elements? Go to top. Really, Twitch? Okay, let me just take this off stream. Copy the new secret. Update my credential manager. Save. Okay. Refresh my user secret because I doxed myself again. It's client ID, client secret. We now need to replace this one. Actually, we don't need that, do we? No, we might need that. Keep that there. Now it wants me to sign in because I'm editing my repository. Really, GitHub? This is so annoying. Better only ask me this once, because if you ask me this a second time, I'm going to get a bit mad. Okay, let's say use mobile. TikTok, waiting, so slow. Approve. There we go. Don't need this either. I don't edit. Do I need this? No, not on this repo. So I can delete this. Need the password. Need the connection string. We don't need the client ID either. That's it. Delete those variables. Oh, I'm actually doing that off stream. But I'm going to have to keep it that way because I actually need to paste that client secret first. So we're going to go back to our other repo. Settings, secrets and variables, actions. We're going to go to secrets. Where's our client secret? Edit. Paste the new value. That's the old value. Bitwarden, I told you to save. Why would you be giving me the old value? I don't think it updated. My freaking credential manager reverted. It's not very clever, is it? I hate it when technology doesn't do what you expect it to do. Okay, let's copy this again. I'm going to hit Control C like 20 times to make sure it actually copies this time, because when it doesn't, that gets very annoying. Update. Okay, now I've updated with the correct secret. Let's try this again in our credential manager. Hopefully this time it actually saves it, so I don't have to go looking for it again. Paste. When I edited it now, it showed me the updated value. So when you view it, it shows the outdated value. You edit it, it shows the updated value. Bitwarden. There. Now when you view it, it shows the correct value. Technology nowadays. So unreliable. Okay, so I've updated my secrets everywhere. Hopefully I don't dox myself again. Now I can look at the API again. Let's just close this actually to make sure we don't reveal that thing accidentally. There has to be a better way to get the broadcaster ID for yourself, i.e. getting my own information. Running a poll, getting started. What is under get started? I've already set up my application. There's a broad, wait, what call is this? Helix users. Oh, but then they say login equals whatever. I don't want to have to specify the login. I guess you have to do the login one. That's annoying. So we have to do the login. We're going to have to do the login to get the broadcaster ID and then save that in the DB. I'm just trying to think, is it worth modifying this table to save only one broadcaster or multiple. I think I'm going to keep it as is so I can save multiple. Okay. So in our DB context, we've already added the table. We've already told it that it has a key on ID. I still wanted to set the broadcaster ID as unique. I don't know if it's maybe... Nope, it's .entity.property. .entity. Which property are we looking for? Broadcaster ID. It says normally it is unique, or they used to be. I must have changed it. Let's Google it. Has index that is unique. So you have to do that on the index. No, but hold on. So you have to specify the index to say that it's unique. It wasn't necessary in the past, was it? Dot has key ID. Dot has alternate key. So in theory, here it would allow is unique. Nope, it doesn't. So they lied. Dot entity dot has key. Oh, dot entity dot has index. Dot is unique. There it is unique. I guess that should fix it. So now we're going to add a migration. That's right. I don't think I've got the right packages installed though. This is a newly created project. Let's just double check. I need ef.tools or something like that. Which isn't here, no. But it would be on this one, so let's just copy it from there. It's not here? But where did I do this then? I don't think I did it on this project yet. Let's just copy it from another project. I closed the other project. Yep, I did. Was that one, I believe? Why do I always have to click twice? It's not here? How is it not here? Where did I run my migrations from then? It might actually be this one. It's got a migrations folder. It has to be this one. Because the core is a DLL, so it was used by that one. That explains why I don't have migrations on it. That. So I need this tools one. I just want to see because it includes design, so you don't have to explicitly install design. You just install this one. Install version 8. Okay, package is installed. So now if we complete the add migration command, it should work. Already got the SQL Server. I don't think it's going to work. We need the SQL Server package, don't we? That one's not on here. Oh, yes, because I'm not using SQL. I'm using MySQL. But still, I might need the package. Let's just double check. Use MySQL. There we go. I don't think I'll need additional packages. Let's see. Init. Wait, first, you got to actually add the migration over here. Boulder.services.add hosted service. Boulder.services.add db context won't work now, will it? Oh, it would actually, surprisingly. Put it over there. Right, now it should work. Doesn't reference, so it doesn't need this one. No, but it's a transient package, isn't it? It should be a transient. God, there's so many transient ones. But design should be here because if you look at which one was it? The tools. I'm confused. How am I not seeing it? I just installed tools. Why am I not seeing tools? This makes zero sense. There's no way I just installed it on the wrong project, did I? I guess I did. Wait, this is the right one. I just copied it. Why is my clipboard empty? Oh, technology of today. This is frustrating. Right click, manage packages, right? If only this was a little bit faster considering the technology we have today. Okay, so we're going to copy this again. Copy, close, paste. Thank God it worked this time because I would have screamed if it didn't. Okay, this package is installed. So now we want to remove it from the other one, the project I did not actually intend to install it on. This one. Let's remove it from here. Okay. Let's run this command again. It should work now, I believe. Let's find out. There we go. Okay, so we've got a migration that creates a table with the right columns. Now I do want to see this though. So we're going to delete the migrations folder. Start over, but first we want to do this. And grab this entity, and then we're going to go .has data. And we're going to give it a new item. I think you could just do this. No, I think it actually has to be a list. The ID, we're just going to start with 1, and then the broadcaster ID, we are going to paste from that postman call. Where did I put that? Over here. Okay, so that one has been cleared, so I'm not doxing myself. I'm good. I just need this broadcaster ID. That. So we're going to hard code this for now. Come on. Like so. Okay, so in theory, if I rerun the migration, we should now see it add the this entry to the table as well. Let's see. Insert data. There we go. So there's our data being inserted. So now if we do a update database, it won't work, will it? Let me just check the connection string of stream. No, it's not going to work, is it? Oh, no, it will work. Okay, I've got the right connection string. So let's try this again. So now we're going to go update dash database. Enter. So now we should, firstly, let's open MySQL Workbench. But we should then see the new database appear on our server called Stuyvesant Twitch. That's the one. There's our DB. Okay, so if you now go look at the broadcasters, we'll see our one entry there. There we go. There's my broadcaster ID. Okay, so this works. Now we need to utilize that broadcaster ID to fetch channel info. Let's look at what we're getting. How do I close this now? Let's do this. Token expired. Just fixing this off screen quick. Here's my new token. Let's just clear this client secret again so nobody can see it. Actually, the token should also not be seen. Why is Twitch saying my bitrate is bad? How does the stream look? Is it laggy? No, it's not laggy. Seems perfectly fine. Maybe Twitch is just misleading me. Oh yeah, refresh the page and the bitrate's fine. Okay. Wait, where's that window I just opened? It was Postman. Get the broadcaster ID, get the token. Authorization. Paste. Send. Missing required perimeter broadcaster ID. So let's add that in. Which is the same as that value. Correct. Okay. So this is, oops. That's the information it returns. So we need to create a table that matches the structure. Do we want to store everything though? Might as well. Because I'm going to need this one and that one. Just want to paste the token on this one as well quick. Okay. So now if we do the get followers call, it returns us a total amount of followers, but with no data, which is fine. I don't really care about follower data. I just need the count. So we're going to call get followers and search channel to get all the info about my channel. The is live flag should be true right now, right? Because it doesn't show in this one, I think. No, it doesn't show in this call. There's a different call that actually shows you whether you're live or not. I think it might be this one, but we're not going to use that one. Okay, so now I'm just trying to think how I'm going to fix this. I don't know if it's worth storing the access token or refreshing it every time we need the API. I wonder, let's actually take the token and look at it on a JWT website to see how long expiry Twitch gives us. So normally I would use jwt.io. Where do I paste the token now? There. What? Only supports JWT that uses... Oh, so the Twitch tokens aren't compatible with this website. Why are the Twitch tokens not compatible? This is interesting. Come to think of it, it doesn't look like a JWT. Huh. Maybe it's a different. What other tokens do you get? Depop, but Depop are JWTs, aren't they? Token type. Let's figure this out. Try harder, cheese spam. How you doing, man? Techno stream was sick. Yeah, fuck that music, bro. He knows his shit with music. You know, fuck all about coding. No worries. Hopefully, you can deduce some of what I'm doing, but basically, what I'm trying to accomplish is building a Twitch integration. So I'm calling information from the Twitch API. So, for example, there's the URL for the Twitch API. Then I pass certain information through, and it returns information about my channel, like well, firstly the tags, but it used to tell me whether it was live or not, but that doesn't show here. I think it was the old search channel call. I think if you do /search/channels, search, and then you remove this parameter. No, it needs query. And then we're going to search for our own channel, even though it's going to find like a million channels. Typos. Stein. So now, there's the Eve's life flag. Oh, but this is a different one. This is Stumpenstein. I don't know who all these people are, but their names aren't even close to mine, but it's actually pulling them. So here's my channel info. Let's actually duplicate this call. Met 'n koffie maak, ek is kontors na sy stream. Did you use Google Translate for that? Oh, you're Afrikaans. Oh, okay. Interesting. Cool. I don't know you're Afrikaans, actually. I thought you're English. How's WoW, by the way? Still doing hardcore? Yeah, but I haven't played in quite a while. I've been playing Dark and Darker, which is really addictive. Even though WoW hardcore is also addictive, Dark and Darker is just a little more addictive. So I've been playing that quite a bit. But other than that, yeah, it's going good. I'm like level 10 on the priest. Hopefully it doesn't die before I get to level 20. Okay, but what I'm going to do is duplicate this call. I'm going to call this one search channels, plural. Oh, come on. Channels. We're going to call this one just search channel, singular. Like so. We can rip that out, rip out the search piece. So let's see. There's a game ID, game name, title, delay, tags, content classification is branded, so it's quite different. Started at doesn't exist, title doesn't exist. Is any of this important though? Oh, title does exist. So the game name, no, but see, I can use the Twitch mini player for that. I don't need to pull it from here. This one includes it anyway. Okay, so we don't need to worry about pulling too much info. We might as well use the singular search channel function for that. See what it does. Love Dark and Darker. Oh, so you also play. Nice. Scorman's Drawl. Not tonight. So Monday and Tuesdays I do the tech streams. I'm probably only going to play again tomorrow, but I'm definitely jumping into Dark and Darker. So if you're keen, tomorrow we can play. Need some friends to play with. Yeah, same. I actually, so Techno Ninja also plays. He played with me a match the other day. And then I've got another friend who's also into it at the moment. So, but the party size max in the game is 3. So if you join, we'd be a full party, so to speak. Unless Techno joins us, then we might need to do like 2 duos or something. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, what you can do, you can search for me on Steam and add me as a friend. So my name is also Stevenstein on Steam. It's the same. So you can actually add me, and then next time I play, I'll send you an invite. Then we can join if you're playing. But I'm guessing I'm only getting back into that tomorrow night. Okay. I just want to take this off stream quick because I might have some secrets in there, and I cleared it out. Okay, so we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is replicate the authentication call on this URL. Where is the project? This one. Where's the worker? There's worker. Okay, so let's just comment what we're going to do here. Use auth token to get broadcaster ID. Stir ID, which is called on get users. It's a get users API. Okay, then the next step would be use broadcaster ID to get, come on, what's with my typing? To get channel info. So those are the three main steps we need. You mean Techno squad up? Yeah, that would be cool. Because you know us. Yeah, my other friend that plays, he's kind of okay. So he comes from Tarkov, so he knows the genre, but I don't know if he knows, like, he's still kind of new to fantasy stuff. So yeah, to be honest, I think the Techno would probably have more experience. I obviously haven't played with you yet, but I'm assuming if you're into that kind of shit, you would be good because you're obviously interested. But yeah, definitely. I'm not going to solo that. It's actually worth soloing, to be honest, right? So so the solo games I can play at my own pace. I play a lot slower. What usually happens is I have a lot less PvP, and I like that because it's more of a guarantee that you're going to come out of the dungeon with some loot if there's less PvP. So that's why I kind of like the solo play. If you're playing duos or trios, you're more likely to get PvP engagements. So solo is nice for farming. And then multiplayer, it's still good for farming. It's just that it's better for PvP. What is this? Why does it want to save this? Don't save. I didn't open that. Okay. So now the next step is to replicate this. How are we going to do this? We're going to build a small API client. New folder. Add a class in here, and we're going to call this just Twitch API client. Seriously? Make me click. Twitch API client. Like so. Why does it internal? I have no idea, but it's so annoying. Now we're just going to return object. I'll fix the types later. So we're going to go just for now, just to get an idea of what we need. So we need authenticate. Where's Postman now? Authenticate, get user, get channel. What does that sound? Let me guess. I got disconnected again. Yep. Both of them. Ah, I hate when it does that. Okay. So it's get users, get channel, search channel, and get followers. Those are the three functions we need. So authenticate, get user. We're going to call it get user because it actually only fetches my channel stuff. Then get channel info. And the last one would be get followers. Oh, it's actually only going to be follower count, but that's fine. Now the authenticate. We're going to need two things, two models, a request and a response. Authenticate models. I'm going to add a class and we'll call this it's because they changed Visual Studio now. They add a whole bunch of stupid shit. Can't I just say new class? There we go. Why did they move that? Damn Microsoft. Twitch authentication request. First we're doing a request and then we're doing a response. Add class. Response. Why on earth does it always initialize new classes with internal? This is so annoying. Who uses internal? Like, the most used classes are public. Why would the default be internal? I don't get Microsoft's way of thinking sometimes. Okay, so we've got our request first, which is going to contain. Let's look at Postman. Oh, wait. Already cleared that, so I'm not doxing myself. Okay, so this is form data. So it's going to contain 3 parameters. No headers. Just 3 parameters. That's easy enough. Okay. ID, secret, and grant type. Wrong project. So this one. So you're going to go public. I'm going to use strings. Yes, these are strings. So I think we should keep the names the same. No. How can you even? I'm curious about this. Let's Google it. Let's do this. Where's Postman? I want to copy that full header type. Attribute, because I'm assuming there's some attribute that you use to set the custom name from form. So with JSON, you would go JSON property. With this one, you go from form. So you're going to do this. From form. Install package. Do I need to? No, man, this can't be right. Update is a model. So if model state is valid, update's not null, update status equals. It encodes its own status, generates a GUID, set. What the fuck? Treats it as an array and assigns itself. Oh, update. It's not plural. My bad. That's singular. So where does the plural come from? Update. The hell does that come from? Oh, there. Oh, okay. So update ID equals update. So it assigns it to there. and just returns a response. Try get value, out update, return update. It doesn't tell us much. Somewhere we should find an answer. Unless I'm overthinking it and it's actually a lot easier. This is in .NET. What language is this? It looks like .NET, but not the at. Java. That explains it. Why does it say Java? Like, I'm literally going to report this result because Google, do not be stupid. Come on, man. Remove result, report. How do I report this result? It's inaccurate. Inaccurate content. Fix your stuff, Google. Fix it. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he adds it using explicit names. If I do it that way, obviously it's going to work. I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it a clever way. There's a smarter way to do this. He's not showing his model class. Where's his model class? That's what I'm looking for. He's not doing any serializations. No, man. I'm just going to give it a try, and if it doesn't work, try something later. Because we can do underscore, if I remember correctly. It's the hyphens that C# doesn't like. So we can do underscores. I'm just going to stick to those names then, even though I want to use my own names. Client ID, client secret, and grant type. Like so. This is the first place we're going to use this, inside the worker. Okay, so we've got a config thing. We've got our Twitch configs, so... we're going to go using HTTP client equals new. Wait, no, we didn't need headers. How do you set the content again? There's my other thing. I did this. Was it in here? I think I did it in here, just as a quick test. No, I didn't. Wait, it was in the worker, wasn't it? I did it over here. Yeah, this is where I did it. Set the base address, default request, headers, post content. So form URL encoded data. So this is how I did it last time. So once you post it, or actually you don't need to post it, you can do this. Wait, so you don't have to, you can just give it a comma separated list? Yeah, you can, okay. Or key value pair, okay. Base address, we don't necessarily need to set. Well, I'm pretty sure all the Twitch API calls are on the same domain, id.twitch.tv, api.twitch. Okay, so this one, the authentication one's different. But these ones are all on the same API URL. It's this one that differs. Okay, fine. We'll maintain individual base addresses then. Or not set base address. We'll enter the address over here. Client.post async. Response.is status, success status. Okay. Let's just copy this. Should fix that. So now wait, this is async. So I have to await it, and I also have to. Oh, it already made this async for me. No, this does not belong here. Wait, where did I put that stuff now? Twitch API client under classes. Oh, I duplicated authenticate by accident. Okay, this is going to be async. Twitch authentication response. Let's just do this. Copy that class name. This one is going to return that type. Actually, sorry. It's going to be a task of that type. Are you serious? Me and clipboards. Me and clipboards. There we go. Okay, no, sorry, this needs to be the response. Response. You're not going to care about the request just yet. It's async, so we're going to go client.post async, the URL, and then post content. Okay, so then we get our response. Now the URL, I'm just going to hard code for now. Copy that one. Oopsie. Paste it in there. So, oops. If it was a successful response, we're obviously going to get the code. So for now, we're just going to read it as a string. Read content equals response dot, what's it, read as, no? Something string. No, it's not toString. Response dot read as string async. Why does it not give me that option? What type is response? HTTP message. Response message. Wait, how do I do it? I've lost track of where I was there. This one has it. Oh, response.content.read as string. That's why. Wait, where was I now? Client. Response.content. There we go. Okay, so we read the content as a string. For now, we'll just let's do this. Wait, that's async, right? So we got to await it first of all. And then this is going to become a string. Correct. Return, oh, come on. Return read content. Okay. So it's going to attempt the API call, read the content, and return it as a string, which isn't going to work because I told it it has to be that type. So we can go convert. Isn't it just JSON convert dot serialize? Did they change it? Oh man. Oh yes, they changed it. It's JSON serializer dot deserialize. Wait. Now I got to remember what's serialized and what's deserialized. Which one returns? This one returns object. So this turns a string into an object. What? How is this a void? I'm confused. So you give it a stream. Let's look at the first one. Give it a stream, give it the object. So then it serializes the object into the stream. Okay, so we are definitely doing deserialization. Deserialize this type. Oops. It's nullable, so it's shitting itself because of that. There we go. In theory, this should work. However, we still need to modify the response to match this. So we need... Actually, let's copy the request fields. Copy... paste, and then we just rename the columns or the fields. Access token is the first one, which is a string. That's fine. Expires in is a number, and that'll fit inside an int. That's fine. It's the last one. Token type, we don't really care about this, but we'll get it anyway. It should work. Client. Okay, so it should be good now. I'm only wondering why this is broken, because we need to move the config over to here. Okay, so let's do the following. We're going to create a constructor for this class, and we're going to request iConfiguration from dependency injection. Config private read only that. Actually, what did I call that? Twitch config? I think it's that one. Where did I do that initially? On the... I'm getting lost and there's not even that much files. Where did I do it? Oh, in the worker, right? Twitch config class, so that is correct. Let's just copy that stuff over. I'm too lazy to type it all out. This part here. Like so. Okay, so now we're getting our config. Now we got Twitch config client ID, client secret. That remains the same. We then get the response. We deserialize the response. In theory, this should work. So if I go Twitch client dot authenticate. I'm going to have to change all my methods to async, but that's fine. So where are we going to do this? We're going to do that somewhere in the worker. First, we want to inject the client into dependency injection. Let's do it after the DB context. So we go builder dot services dot add. This thing can be a singleton. It doesn't need to create a new instance every time. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. So singleton, I don't actually know if this is the best approach, but oops, it should work. What's it? Twitch API client. Okay. No man, Twitch client. Twitch, I swear to God, I selected it. There. Okay. So now if we request the API client within our worker, it should just work. API client. Okay, so there's our local version of the Twitch client. Then we're going to assign it the constructor version. And then in here, we're going to go Twitch client.authenticate. And we need to await this. Sweet. Let's see what happens. Start the application. Hopefully it works. What the hell happened? Did it just run and finish? Oh yeah, it must have skipped past my breakpoint. So if I F10 and I inspect the, it crashes. I think it crashes. Hold on, let's go in there manually and see what it does. Unless I'm forgetting to do something. "403 forbidden." What am I missing? So we've got our client ID. I think our client secret might actually be wrong because I've changed it. Let's double check the app settings. Yeah, it's still using the old client secret. That's my problem. Hold on a second. Let me just get the new one in there. That should fix our problem. What was this? This was Twitch client secrets. Okay. So I've updated my client secret. I can actually close this file. Just go back to this. Actually, the worker. There we go. Now run it. Let's see what happens. This time it's a success. There's our string with the access token, the expiry time, and the token type. And now once we deserialize it, why would you step into async? Ah, you stupid. I hate when tech does this. This, like, I don't want to debug the async pipeline. I can't see this response, can I? Oh, I can. But there we go. There's our token, our expiry, whatever. So this works. So we got this to work. Now we need to store that, or not store the response. I also wanted to figure out how long this token lasts, but I don't know what the expiry time is. I think it's seconds. Let's look at that value quick. Expires in 5.2. Let's copy that. Where's Postman now? Different value. Don't let me edit. 124,472. So they're definitely different values. So that means the expiry time isn't expire in seconds or whatever. I think it's an actual timestamp. It's the only thing I can think of. Okay. But that's why I'm thinking, like, instead of getting the token every time it expired, let's just get it every time we do an API call, because then we know we've got a fresh token. Because I don't know how long it takes to expire. So I'm just going to do the API call every time and get a fresh token. But next step would be to integrate the request type. Sorry, if we go here, we need to go this class, but instead of response, we're going to go for request. I added the fields to it, so then we can just go trying to think. Hold on, what does this request entail? Just grant type, client ID, and client secret, which are all I think in this case we don't need to bother with a model. I think it's unnecessary. Let's rip this out, and then oops, then we might as well delete the request because we're never going to use it. Other thing is we also want to return a serialized object only if it didn't succeed. If it did succeed. So we're going to make this nullable, and then we're going to do the following. I'm going to keep it as null. Oops. Okay, so we're going to read the response first. Let's change all our vars to explicit type because I prefer explicit over var. So we're going to get our post content. We're going to do the actual post. Then we're going to check if it's a successful response. We don't need this. Result equals deserialize. That should fix it. So now, if the call succeeds, it returns the object. If the call fails, it returns a null variant of that object. So in our code, we're going to have to do a null check. If the object is not null, it means we got some kind of a response, and then we should be able to make use of it. But now, next part is this, to get our broadcast ID, get users, which is a get with a parameter. Easy enough. Oh, it's still early. I think it's time for me for a cup of coffee. Quickly gonna grab some coffee. Okay. Right. Okay, so this one works. Now we need to do the get users one. So I'm gonna add a folder for that called you know what, this actually needs to be moved into a subfolder. Either that or rename the file. Yeah, I think let's do that. Delete the folder. Move this one out. Delete the authenticate folder. Change this one to namespace. Oh, it updated already. So now we're going to duplicate this, and this is going to be for the get users one. Twitch get users response. Actually, remove response because this file is going to encapsulate the response and the request. So you might as well do the same there. But now it's going to change the class name. In the API client, we need to fix that as well. There we go. That should fix that. Oops. Okay, and this is going to be the Twitch get users. Although, obviously, I've only created the file. I did not yet. I duplicated it. So response. We'll fill out the properties now. Let's just keep one arbitrary one there. I don't know if we need to build the entire class for request because we only need, let's see what we need to give it. Where is Postman? We need to give it login as a parameter. Client ID as a secret. That is, oh, and then the auth token. So this one requires authentication, authorization for that matter. Trying to think now. I could pass the name through. But how am I currently? I'm storing my broadcaster ID in the DB. And fetching it using get users. Client ID login and token is all we need. So it is worth building a request for it. Okay. Call its channel name. No, it still isn't going to work though. Especially not if we're serializing. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Bugger the request. I'm just going to do all of that manually. We'll get a response though. And the response is going to contain quite a few fields, but we only want the ID. Or is it worth collecting at all? This is a good question. I think it might be worth collecting the URL. Pretty much just the URL. We don't even need the name because the name I know off heart. So it's just the profile image URL and the broadcaster ID. That's all we need from this. Wait, how did they name that again? Profile image URL. Love the song. All my troubles seem so far away. Hopefully I don't deafen anyone. Ooh, not there. There. Okay, and this one's going to be... It's just called ID, so fine, we'll call that ID as well. But this needs to be an int. Copy that class name. Okay, so we only need, let's double check this. We only need the client ID as a header. We don't need client secret. And we need, wait. These aren't headers. This is a form content. We need it as a header now. Which means we are getting rid of this. Let's use backspace instead of commenting it out. Getting rid of this. This is also going to be a get, not a post. Obviously, we're not sending any information. The URL changes. Oops. Okay. Now we need to add the header for client ID. Client, oops, underscore ID, and the value is going to be Twitch config dot. Hey, you bastard. You weren't supposed to do that. Client ID. Then we need to add another header for authentication. That's what we need. We need the auth token. Okay, so this is header. This header is called authorization. And the value is, I'm going to use interpolation here. So we're going to go, I think it's bearer. Is it space or colon? How does it look again? Bearer space and the value. Bearer space and then our value for auth token. Like so. So we need our client ID, we need our header, and then we need this, a perimeter. Might as well just chuck this in the URL. Yeah. Let's take the easy way. Okay, this should work now. Oops. So if we go back to our worker process, first thing we do is get the response. So if the response is not null, is not equals to null. Come on, why am I typing like an idiot tonight? So if the response is not null, we are going to do the next one. Get user result. Twitch API client dot get user. There we go, and we need the auth token. So that would be auth response dot token, access token. There we go. So that'll get our user info. So let's just convert this back from var. Oh wait, I didn't make it async. My bad. Public async. No, I did. Oh, because I'm not awaiting it. That's why. Let's test it. So let's check if we got our auth token. We did. Get user result failed for some reason. Let's try again. Step into it. What? Do you want to continue when No, because you're annoying as shit. Secondly, why are you doing automatic step overs? Let's just restart the program. Okay, now we step into it because something's going wrong. We want to figure out what. Unauthorized. We did update our client secret. We did, yes. Client ID is there. Auth token, not empty. Does it have a token? Yes. Has the login. And yet this thing's telling me unauthorized. Am I missing a header? That's why. Because I did underscore instead of hyphen again. Okay, so I changed that. Now, if we just stop and start, try this again. Step into successful. Okay, so this time it worked. Our result, there's our, that didn't work. This part didn't work. What does the content look like? Profile, image, URL, which is a string. The ID. See, the ID is actually also a string, but I'm treating it as an int. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Let's fix that. Still not working though. Why? Got the right type. It's not deserializing. I wonder why that would be. Let's copy. Come on. Copy this value. Seriously, Notepad. Why is WordWrap on? Who uses WordWrap? Seriously? There's a profile image URL, which is there. And then the ID is the right... you see data colon. I missed that part. Yes, so it needs an object called data. I wonder if this will work. I want to try something. I don't know if it's going to work. Completely random, but it might just work. If we do this. JSON. Seriously. Stupid fingers. JSON property. Wasn't it just JSON property? I don't know if this is going to work, but let's find out. I have a suspicion it might actually. No, it didn't work. Damn. Okay, fine. We'll do it the hard way then. The slightly longer way. Could have sworn I pressed right. Twitch get users data. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to create a property on here of that type, and we're going to call this data. No, sorry, get set. I think that should fix our serialization problem. Let's find out. Also, such a good classic song, this. Why would the app just crash? You know, I expect an exception. When something breaks, I expect an exception. Why would the app just close? This time it didn't close. Wait, it happened on serialization. There, the app just crashes. No error, nothing. Just boom, gone, broken. Isn't this annoying? Data colon. Oh, data's an array. That's why. Interesting. It was this one, so it's going to be hopefully that fixes it. Let's find out. Now it works. Okay, cool. So this is our broadcast ID and our profile image URL. So now I need to create an entity that matches this because we need to store this in the DB. This is the entity for that actually. Trying to think what would be. See, there's so many ways I could make this thing more future-proof and reusable. It's going to take quite a bit of effort, so I think for now I'm just going to take shortcuts and do things the easy way. So we're going to manually inject our DB context and just add the entity that way. What did I call it? Stevenstein polar context. Me and this clumsy typing. What is it with my fingers? It's freaking keyboard, I think. Let's try again without any typos. There. I hard-coded my broadcaster ID. which I think I should not have done. Especially if I'm seeding. I very much doubt the broadcaster ID would ever change. Not sure how I want to do this. Why is this complaining? Must contain a non... What the hell do you mean by that? This thing's never nullable. It's read-only, private read-only, whatever. So which means it doesn't need... I mean, this thing's screwing with me. I'm screwing with myself. I never assigned it, that's why. That should solve that green. There we go. So I'm thinking, skip the seeding part. No. For the sake of shortcut, I don't like doing this, but for the sake of taking a shortcut, I'm going to do the following. I'm just going to select the first item in the table, because we know there's always only going to be one for now. What was this called? Broadcasters. Dot. First or default. So that should return the first broadcaster in the table. Var broadcaster equals, isn't this async? I think there's a first or default async. Dot first, oops, there. And now we need to await it. How's it, Techno? How are you doing? Await. There we go. So that should pull the first broadcaster from the DB. And then, why would you always prefix the full namespace? There we go. And then we can update that broadcaster ID with the one we just fetched. And then we should be able to save it. So how's the stream? You played some Lacquer music today, man. It was a good stream. So we're gonna go. Wait. First we update the broadcaster. So broadcaster dot no, not ID, broadcaster ID equals. First of all, let's do the following, because we want to make sure this is a null. So if get user result is not equals to null, so if it's not null, we're going to step into this block and fetch the broadcaster, set the broadcaster ID from get user result dot broadcaster ID, or just ID, is it? Wait. This isn't being awaited either, I think. No, it is. Did I forget to add my properties? Not, I'm an idiot. So you have to go dot data 0, which is the first item. We know there's only going to be one dot. What? Maybe first or default, because it's a collection, that's why. ID. This is going to have to be an int, so wait a second. Yes. It's going to be an int, so we do that. Also, we probably want to wrap this in a null check as well. So if broadcaster is not null, then we do the following. Okay. Once we've updated it, we can go db context.save changes async and await it. There we go. Should fix that. Okay. So now let's test. How are we going to test if this works? Oh, we can actually just put a breakpoint there. And then if it's fetched a broadcaster, I'm assuming it should work. Let's actually put it there and run. See what happens. What? Hosting servers? No, man. Polar context. Because I'm injecting it too late. Hold on. That's my mistake. Go back to program. Let's inject the... No, the DB context is injected first. Unless our hosted service doesn't like having that in its constructor. This makes no sense. Let's read that error again. I want to see what it says. Some services are not able to be constructed. Error while validating the service descriptor. Yada, yada, yada. From singleton, yada, yada, yada. Cannot consume scoped service from singleton. Why? Why? This is what I want to know. Why? Hey, thanks for the bits, man. Appreciate it. You're the best. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. My mom always said that, but I never believed her. No, I'm kidding. So what you up to? Playing WoW or Dota or what you guys doing? Are you resting for tonight? I wonder... I think I need to make use of a factory to get the DB context. It shouldn't be necessary though. No, man. This has to work. I inject the DB context, and then in any class, like the worker, I request it via the constructor. This is the constructor. I don't know how this doesn't work. Maybe you should Google this. Ah, that is not what I copied. That is definitely not what I copied. This is the third time this happened tonight. Copying one thing, but then gives me something completely different. I think maybe my C button isn't working or something's not working correctly. It can't copy that line. Why can it not copy that line? Are you serious right now? No, it won't copy this line. Maybe I need to right click like a end user instead of hitting Control C. Oh, there you go. Copy. Because Control C doesn't work. Why? Oh, Microsoft. There we go. Error while. Let's rip out all these quotes because that usually causes issues. DB context. Now let's see if this is just something simple I forgot to do. Just had an evening walk, chilling, 10-hour stream, took some energy. I can imagine, bro. And you were active. You're like DJing and dancing and shit. So yeah, I can imagine that's pretty tiring. And the evening walk on top of that, you're gonna you're gonna sleep like a rock tonight, I think. Add transient. No, that shouldn't be necessary. Add DB context, options, use SQL Server. Did I do the constructor with base? I might have actually forgotten about that. That could be why. No, I did. There it is. Base with options. So I did do that part. Bro, did you have to post a video? No, man, I'm trying to keep track of what he's doing, but then he's already moved past the part I want to see. Add singleton. Why, who posts videos like this to GitHub responses? What kind of genius is this? It's doing those the same. Add singleton. It shouldn't be necessary. Adding it as a singleton. It shouldn't be necessary at all. I don't know why it's doing that. I never had to do that on any other project. Add DB context. And then you didn't touch it again. Options, base options. It inherits from a regular DB. Nope, nothing special to it. It's interesting. I want to test this on, is it API client now? Classes, API client. So I'm going to test it on here. So you're going to take this one side, get the worker, rip that out of the worker, and put that in our API client. Where is its constructor? This. Like so. This one. Okay, so now the other client uses the DB context, but not the parent, which means this code is all going to break, which is fine. We'll just comment this out. Let's see if it runs now, because if it runs, something to do with the worker, but no, it doesn't seem to be the worker. It says scoped. This isn't scope. DB contexts are singletons, aren't they? Zack. I did not add that. Let's see, because I'm pretty sure that when you say add DB context, it's already a singleton. There's a MongoDB context, but that's different. You can't use a service with a smaller lifetime. Scoped services only exist. I don't think this is going to solve anything, because now I won't be able to do migrations or anything like that. Let's just find out. I'm curious, but I doubt it's going to fix anything. Some services, same error or different error? Can't resolve the service for type, understandably, because it doesn't know how to. Maybe it's something to do with the worker service. See, because I'm pretty sure in the worker services, you need a factory. add context pool. Add hosted service. Add context pool. That's new. Does he create a factory? Yes, he creates a factory. Get service. Okay. So you can't do it the other way around. But I'm curious, what if I just change it to add DB context pool? I wonder if that alone would make a difference. It doesn't recognize this. It recognizes it, just says it's wrong. Now overload method takes 0 arguments. Seems to like that. Just out of curiosity, what does it do? Let's see. Same error. Cannot consume scope service, correct. Okay, let's revert this back. I don't know, pool, so I'm going to stick to this one. And then we're going to replicate what he did with his factory. Because I don't know why worker services need factories. So you're going to go service provider create scope. Where does service provider come from? Service provider. Where do I want to put this? In the worker itself. Yes, I think let's put it in here. Okay. So now I've got our service provider. Then we go, where is that? There. Service provider dot create scope using. So this is going to be disposable. Create scope, right? Use explicit because I don't like var. Create scope, scope.service provider. Why do we need that? Services. That's why we need it. What's wrong with my fingers? Okay, so we go scope dot service provider, and then we go scope service dot get service, and then we're looking for our DB context, which is that there. Okay, let's just change var with explicit types again. So now if the context, you did not just add to Visual Studio, as much as I applaud your auto completion, at least have context of what I'm doing. Because everybody's throwing AI at everything, and the AI is still so untrained, so you end up with crappy auto completion technology. Okay, so if the service is a null, then we can continue with this. Get the entity, context service.broadcasters.first, context service.save. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to make sure I remove the DB context from all the constructors. No, I did not. Let's see if it works or whether it breaks again. I didn't complain about the constructors, so that does seem to be working. Something broke. Oh God, why is the exception so long? The seed entity for entity type whatever cannot be added because no value was provided for the required property profile. Ew, I added the property but never did anything with it. That's why. Wait, no, that was in the worker. Collapse that, go to the worker. We're not assigning the URL, we're only doing the broadcaster ID. Let's try again. Here we go. So it managed to fetch a broadcaster. We updated the broadcaster ID. Then we save it and continue. Boom, problem solved. Okay. Next steps. So we could probably move some of this code out into separate functions just to keep it neat. Oh wait, this is all part of the same function. So we authenticate, use the token, get the broadcaster info, and then we're going to fetch the channel info. Is this what I wanted to do? Let's see. So you authenticate. If the author response is not null, you're going to update the broadcaster. What? So I need the access token, so we're going to do this. String access token. Yo. This thunder. Crazy. Oh wait, this isn't async. That's why it's complaining. Give it the access token. That's going to update the broadcaster info. Okay, so now we need to do this. Copy that name. Access token. Oh, wait, because it's async. So we're going to update the broadcaster info. Where's those comments? So, done. Done. And then we need to fetch our channel info. This third part. Okay. I'm wondering if it's worth Where's the data entities there? If it's worth chucking everything into the same table, might as well. Keep it clean. Let's look at our data first. We've got no arrays in here. Everything is a single property. Correct. Well, the entity itself is an array, but what's inside... Wait, this is the get users. We're looking for this one. It has tags and tag IDs as arrays, but we can exclude those properties. So we don't need to pull them. We don't care about them at the moment. This song, I don't know. I used to like it. I don't know. Now it sounds weird. This is a cool song. Okay, so now I just want to see which properties I need. Yeah, I'm also thinking of adding a mini Twitch player on the website, which means pulling information like what I'm playing, those kind of things is unnecessary if the Twitch mini player will show it. Technically, I need nothing from here. I've got my broadcaster ID. I know my name. I don't need to pull my name. So the only data that really changes is your follower count. I think that's the only thing that's relevant right now is follower count. So we don't need to do get channels, we just do get followers. Which requires the broadcaster ID, our auth again, and our client ID header. So it's the same as the other call. Same as this one. We're also going to need the auth token. Is the URL there? Let's check something quick. What just happened? I didn't do this. I didn't tell you to do this. Why would you do this, Visual Studio? So nothing else would need to change. We just need to, okay, except the broadcaster ID is added as a query string parameter. How do we get the broadcast ID here? We didn't. We didn't need it. Did we? No, because it's authenticated. Client ID, login. That's all we needed. Okay, which means we need the broadcast ID here. Oops. do some interpolation. Is this a get or a post? I can't remember. This one's a get as well. So get is fine, get async, response. Now we just need to turn that into a proper object. So it's a single object with a property called total. Easy enough. Do I even... create a class with one property? I don't like that, but let's do it. There's my models here. Yo, this thunder is crazy. Public int, wait, is it representing that as a string or a number? As a number, okay. Public int total. And in the API client, we're just going to update the type. Same, wait, the result needs to be that same type. There we go. Now we're going to add the follower count as a property over here. So what I did in the worker was on the update broadcaster one, I fetch the data and write it to the DB in one go. What I'm going to do is change it so that it only fetches the data, and then we'll update it later. Wait. So you're going to rip this piece out. Fetches our user, which means, what do we need from get user result? Just the broadcaster ID. Broadcaster ID, what do we need in here? Follower count. Like that should solve that. Never mind. Like so. Okay, so we fetch our user info. Let's comment this one out for now. What do I need in here? The access token, the broadcaster ID. dot wait, not 0 dot first or default ID. Although we want to wrap this in a null check. So Visual Studio, you are going to drive me nuts if you do stuff like that. Do not assume what I want to type again. Autocomplete my brackets. If I place one bracket, do not place another opening one, just a closing one. But yeah, if only Visual Studio understood what I actually wanted. Why is my autocomplete now broken? Shouldn't be a capital C. Ah, there it works. Okay, so now we've fetched all the information. Now we just need to trigger the update, which is going to be this function, except it's a lot more simplified now. Right, total. Yeah. Okay, let's test this. Okay. Get our user data. Succeeded by the looks of it. There we go. It's our broadcaster ID. Now we fetch our broadcaster ID. It's correct. Now we get the follower response. Let's see if that's succeeded. Yeah, it actually worked. 92 followers. That is correct. That's what I'm going to step into so we can see what it does. It fetches our DB context, fetches the existing broadcaster, and then it crashes. Why? Same error. What happened earlier? Because the property does not exist on the table. So first we need to do the following. Adding another migration. And then we update the DB. No errors, which means now we should see a new column appear. There we go. Follower count. Defaults to 0. That's fine. I don't care. This time we shouldn't get an error, I would think. Correct, no error. So broadcaster has been found. Follower count should be 0 right now. But then once we do this and we refresh, we should now see the number 90 whatever. Boom, problem solved. Okay. So we only use get user. Hold on, where's all the references to the client? Authenticate, get user, get followers. That's the only 3 we use. Authenticate, get user. So this we can rip out. And get followers. That's it. Ideally, I would like to get the is live flag, but no. Wait. Let's think for a second. Because the Twitch mini player I only want it to appear when I'm live, which means I'm going to have to poll my live status, but I can't do that in this API call, if I remember correctly. Correct. Let's check something quick. I want to look at their API. Did I close it now? Damn it. I think I closed that window. No, here it is. Where was it? Oh, the reference. It was one of the first ones. Get channel something. Oh, wait. I'm looking in the wrong place. There. This is the one. Give it the broadcaster ID. Yeah, you see this doesn't have a is live flag. Okay, but hold on a second. So we've also got this one, the search. Let's go look at this one quick. Oh man, which one was it? There was a search channels one that appeared later or further down. I can't see it. So, search channels. There we are. See, this one has a flag that specifies whether it wants to see live only, but query. So you can't tell it to use the broadcaster ID instead. Wait, let's read about it. Live only, yada. Broadcaster's name or category must match the query string, so I can't put my broadcaster ID in there. It's kind of stupid. Why can't I just do search channel and give it a broadcaster ID and voila, it gives me that broadcaster channel. It's just so stupid. Surely they've got an easier way to do this. There's a schedule. This token would have expired, I'm assuming. No, it has not. It's actually still valid. What I want to try and do is see if this percentage sign would make any difference. I doubt it, but let's find out. Nope, bad request. Invalid encoding, understandably. How do you encode? Wait. This is a query string parameter, so it has to be URL encoded. Let's see if we can find the percentage sign. And 25. No, wait. Yeah, percentage 25. Which is kind of weird. Because it's still a percentage sign. I doubt this is going to work. It fucking worked. But it couldn't find this channel. But naturally, because I'm actually telling it to have explicit percentage sign. So no, naturally that won't work. It just bothers me that you give it an explicit name. Like the string doesn't even have percentage signs, doesn't have wildcards, doesn't have spaces. You give it a very explicit name and it guesses names that don't even remotely match that name. Like, how did they build their search algorithm? Because it sucks, like really sucks. There's no other way to search, is there? They don't give you much. Where is that? Let's actually just close one of these because I've got too many windows open. So no, you can't give it a broadcaster ID. That is very, very annoying. Which means I can't really poll my my EasyLife status unless I explicitly search for my channel, which kind of sucks. But anyway, let's quickly figure out how the Twitch mini player works. Should be, I'm thinking, just an easy embed. Let's see what this is. Oh shit, forgot about the mic. It is at a power switch. Hopefully my power doesn't go out. But yeah, so this Twitch embed, I've got that script. Oh yes, and I need the element, and then I need this piece of code. What? And then we need our elements, which I think I'll just struck it right below this thing, right above the footer. Visual Studio is so slow lately. Let's see if this works. Oh wait, now it's starting the polar again. Let's stop that. You can just go bold, cancel. Ah, too late. Stop. Set this one as a startup project. And start it. Let's see if our Twitch mini player shows up. Is a Twitch mini player? Aha. Sweet. So it kind of works. Where is that page? A little bigger. I don't know. I guess I wanted more big. Wait, how big did I actually make the page, if I remember correctly? Oh, yeah, I made it so that it expands all the way. Can you do that with a Twitch player? I very much doubt that. Where's that website where they were explaining it? Allow full screen? We don't need to explicitly do that, do we? Number or string? String hopefully is, aha, percentage based. There we go. Wait. Let's read that again. Width, height. There. So yes, it can be represented as a percentage based number. Does that apply to height and width? Is width there? Also correct. Okay, so if we go width 100%, I don't know what height's going to do. I'm very curious of it. Let's see. That didn't change the width. Oh shit, now it's playing audio. I don't want to hear myself. Embed parameters, which I'm assuming are these. Channel, yes. Oh wait, but they said, hold on. They said it could be a string. This can be expressed as a percentage by passing a string. Does that mean I need to do this? Oops. I don't know if this even works because I removed the Razer runtime compilation suspecting that it was causing issues. But I might as well add it back. Version 8. What the hell's taking so long? Come on, Visual Studio. This stuff is just getting worse and worse and worse as time goes by. It's like Microsoft's going backwards. They're not actually going forward. Their tech is just getting worse. Everything's getting slower. Okay, now that we've added the package, we can just add this back. There we go. Now I should be able to make changes while the app is running. How's it, Nyam? It's going good in you, man. Just busy finishing this, so I've managed to complete the integration part that I wanted to do, fetching info from the Twitch API, but what I'm doing now is embedding the Twitch player on the website. So I've made it 100% width, but you see, it's filling the parent when ideally I wanted to have a border. No, it's not filling the parent. It's below the parent. That's my bad. Let's actually move it in. Where's that div? This one. We're going to move it into page block. Now I should just be able to reload because Razer runtime compilation should rebuild the page for us. There we go. There's our Twitch player with 100% width. So the height seems to scale automatically, or am I wrong? Wait, what if we exclude the height? Do they say that it's optional? Height. Pixels, this can be expressed by passing the string like whatever default is 480. So if I omit it, it'll probably default to 480. Question is, do I want it to be higher? Also, how does it behave in terms of responsiveness? What if I do height 100%? I'm very curious to see how this is going to behave. Not what I expected. Really streaming and checking out people, what they're up to. Okay, cool. How'd your stream go? Or page blocks razor specific tags? No, that's one of my own tag helpers that I actually built. I'll show you that now. I just want to tie my shoelace. Oopsie. Okay, so yeah, this height is not behaving the way I expected it to, so I guess I'm gonna have to give it a fixed value. Because that sure as hell ain't 480. They said it defaults to 480. That is not unless it's 100% of the parent which overrides its 480. That makes sense. But yeah, let me quickly show you if you're still there, Nyam. If I'm even pronouncing your name right, it sounds like Nyam, like food is very yummy. So the one I made is here, tag helpers, page block. So basically all you do is you... Wait, how does it resolve the name again? I think it just automatically turns that into some other name, but I could be wrong. Let's just check. Parent tag page block. I think it auto resolves the name if I remember correctly. But basically I just create a tag helper like this. So I tell it that the type is a name. So it's a div element. Add a class to it. Append and... So you prefix and postfix some HTML. And then... That's just the thing that processes. So that's the parent element. And then inside the parent, you'd have multiple children. So what you do is you make use of this restrict children one. Wait. Restrict children. Okay, so yes, on the parent element, you say restrict children. So it'll only allow page block header and page block body to be a child of it, which means if I were to try and add some other element in here, it's going to shit itself. So I can't do this, for example, because it's restricted to children. I don't know what's actually going to happen if I try and run it, but you can see it's underlines it red. It doesn't like that. So you build your own tag helpers like this, and basically the page block that you're seeing is just this thing with a header over here, this whole block, this square thing here. That's the page block element. So that's basically what I built there. Enjoyed it. Set up new LED light and unboxed and enabled a green screen. Seems good to me. Okay, cool. Yeah, it sucks that I missed that. I don't even realize. Usually when I stream, I close all my other lurks. Because what happens is my OBS encoder becomes overloaded when there's too many videos in the background. So that's why I don't usually lurk during stream. So it's kind of sucks that I miss it, but I would have liked to see that green screen setup. I also considered getting a green screen myself, but at the same time, because I do like tech streams and I'll be using that table behind me a lot, it's probably just going to get in the way. So I decided not to go for green screen. Pronouncing it perfect. Okay, so nyam, like food. It has a decorator above the class. Yeah, attribute, yeah. So when I built this tag helper initially, I didn't know much about them. So my knowledge is restricted to what I did here, to be honest. But I know they're pretty powerful. But I'm also not sure if I'm going to use it, because the idea with this page is to be like a single page that scrolls, and some elements should remain static while things behind it scroll or something like that. So I might not end up using this. But for now, I'm keeping it. But yeah, let's fix our height on this thing again. I think 640 was a good height, actually. It's pretty big. Let's see what happens if you had a tiny browser, for example. It would be pretty high, pretty tall. Unless we restrict the width so it stops at a certain point. or in this case, we shrink the page block. So I should be creating a second page block, one that only fills half the page, and this one which is responsive, that resizes with the page, like this one does. Oh yeah, I still got to change this behavior as well, shouldn't I? I kind of like this responsive switch over. But that was for my old website. I don't know if I want it here. Yeah, I think I need to create a second type of page block which has a fixed width. Otherwise, the Twitch player looks weird. I wonder if you can't add a property here. Oh no, I did try this before, adding attributes. Actually, don't try this. Let's do this. So it does show up as a property. Wait, where's the tag helper? Default should be true. I think this needs to remain. And then it reworks it for you nicely. Okay, fit page equals false. So this one shouldn't stretch, but I don't know if it's going to behave that way just yet. I might have to do some CSS stuff, but let's see. It still seems to fit the page. Something's broken. Page block, header, body. I think I broke something here somewhere. Let's go look at its CSS. Which one was it? Root? I think it was root, was it? Yeah, it has to be inside the root somewhere. Page block, let's search for it. Oh yeah, it is ed. I still need to rename that actually. I was extending container last I remembered. There's an easier way to... No, there isn't an easier way. Let's try this quick. I think I might have to actually stop this so the Sus can compile the CSS. I can't remember if it was the container. It was... Let's try MD. I don't know if this is going to fix it, but I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I've changed since last time. Oh, come on. Looks better, but not right. Something is still broken. What is broken? Actually, let's just go look at the old website, because then we can do a proper comparison. Container large. So I did use container. The row is still the same one. Page block body, that should all still be the same, I would think. Where is that? Page block container fluid. This style will no longer work because I changed it. Hold on. Page block, star, page block, star, star. Let's create new classes for this instead. Call it fixed. Oops, not foxed, fixed. Like that. So fixed. I just don't know. Yeah, see, the main one still does need to be wrapped in a, what's the name? In a specific container. So it's only if it's set to fit page, we're doing this. Else, we're doing this. I think this should solve it. I could have just refreshed the page. Didn't need to stop and start. Let's see if it behaves correctly now. Oh, Chrome, can you not for once just open on the actual monitor I'm using as opposed to the other one? But no, that's definitely not right. Probably. So I forgot about a few other things. There, I'm missing this. There we go. Okay, so that seems to fix that. So now if I tell it to fit the page, we should then get a much bigger one. But yeah, now you can see it's definitely too tall. How many pixels do I estimate that to be? Fuck, this is a full HD monitor. I'm guessing about 80 pixels. Let's cut about 120 pixels to see if that'll make a big difference. Where's my bloody pages now? 520. That looks better. Not too big. It's still got a bit of black at the top and bottom. But it, you see this? Oh, wait. That's actually intended behavior. I don't want this. But we should have it for mobile devices. Shit, I forgot about this. At least Twitch is also responsive with a mini player. That's pretty cool. So you don't have to explicitly bold tools to cater, but now it's too narrow. Which means, shit man, can't you have different settings here for different breakpoints? Unless you have two of them, and then using media queries, you can hide the one and show the other. Which means double the bandwidth use. I don't like that. I like the way it behaves now, but the moment you resize it, it behaves a bit weird. Maybe you should make it bigger. Wait, they said the default is 480, right? Or was that the height? Width, height. Height's default 480. So yeah, it's 480 pixels. Mine's already bigger than the default. So they clearly didn't design it. I don't think they designed it to actually be used on mobile devices or small screens for that matter. Because how the hell you can barely read chat? And this is bigger than the default. Unless the default is meant to hide chat. Let's actually give it a try. Still shows chat. It doesn't look very different. It just resizes that area. Try something radical. Okay, so now chat is way more visible. In fact, it's too big. It's got about 250 pixels. But now it's going to look shit when I resize everything. Yep. That looks like shit. I'm thinking I need to change my page block so that it has to be responsive. That's a problem. I don't like the way the Twitch mini player behaves. Unless we just ignore chat or whatever, not care about that. Let's bring it back down to 480. That should get rid of those black borders. Not completely, but make it a bit better. I guess we're just gonna have to live with it. Damn it. Mampara. There we go. So now I should see a page block that fits the page and one with the Twitch player which doesn't. So naturally when we resize, the bottom one will match the page size while the top one will stop at a certain width. I don't like the behavior of the Twitch player. And I also wanted to show conditionally, only when I'm live, which is why it would be ideal if I could query the is live flag from the Twitch API. I mean, I can, but it's just like I have to search, use this feature, which returns a shit ton of channels, iterate through every one of these elements until I find my one, and then check its is live flag. This is kind of annoying. How many channels does it actually return? How many lines do we have here? 200 lines. That's not much. I wonder how I could fix this. It has to be, let's Google this. What was it? Parameter called query. Yes. Get streams. Let's look at this one. Pass it a string or array of channel names as a user login. For is live specifically, it returns data about the stream if they're live, otherwise they're not. Let's look at this one. It wasn't get followed streams. It was get streams. This one. Can we give broadcast ID? No, we can't. So it has to be user ID. I don't know if the user ID is a broadcast ID. I'm going to give it a try. And this is a get. Is it a get? Yes, it's a get. Add the token, add the client ID as a header. And then the parameters would be URL encoded, I would assume. I think it's form URL encoded. I assume. Okay, but first thing I need to do this off screen. Quickly do the authentication. I need my client secret again. Give me a sec. What's the time? Oh shit, it's 20 past. I didn't realize how late it is. I'm looking for my Twitch client secret, which is that one. And gives me my token. I just want to clear this client secret out again. Okay, so there's our token. So we've got client ID, we've got our token. Now we just need user ID. And I'm going to try and use my broadcast ID. I don't know if it's the same, but I suspect it might be. Where's it? Postman. It returned the right info. So user ID is broadcast ID, in other words. And there is live flag. I don't see it. Is mature. Wait, this I need to enable sometime. I need to flag my channel as mature. I don't want fucking kids showing up here. Where's the is live flag though? They said there's an is live flag. Unless I misunderstood. Wait, let's look at their response. Viewer count. So if viewer count is greater than 0, no, that's not a good assumption on whether you're live. No, there needs to be an is live flag, unless I removed it for some reason. So there's no is live flag. I think they might have changed it considering how old is this Reddit post? 4 years. Okay, they must have changed it then. About the stream if they're live, otherwise, unless I just misunderstood that, I assumed it would contain that. Bloody hell. Did I press page up? Yeah, I did. That's why. First is live is found. I don't care about that. Chrome, when I press F3, oh, never mind, it did take me to where I want it to be. I just didn't realize it. Which one's this? It's all the same one? Oh no, this is create guest star session. End guest star session. Update guest. Search channel. So it's the same one I was using earlier. Doesn't the search list your broadcaster ID? Let's actually look at this. This one. It has a broadcaster ID. Wait, let's look at mine. Where's this ID? There. Yeah, that's a broadcaster ID. So I could use this one, pull the entire list, iterate through them, find the one with the broadcaster ID that matches mine, and pick the isLive flag from there. I could do that. That's an easy way to get through the list. Out of curiosity though, what happens if I give it the broadcast ID instead of my username over here? Oh, but the token would have expired. Let me just fix that off stream quick. Where is the new token? Was it this one? No, it was this one. Authorization, token, paste. Right, so let's see what happens. And now I'm confused. It found data. This can't be me. Wait, let's open that link. That sure isn't me. That's a default Twitch user icon. The fact that they have no names. See, it's because of this thing's... How many characters actually match? Only the first 3. I don't know how their search works, but this is very, very vague. So I guess we can't use the broadcast ID. You have to use your channel name, which is so annoying because it returns like hundreds of results, even though none of them match this explicit name. Why would Twitch have built it this way? It's so annoying. But yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to pull this entire list of channels, go through them, find the one that matches my broadcast ID. Then I know that's my channel. And then I can pull its isLive flag to see if I'm live. And then if I'm live, then this block shows up. If I'm not live, this block doesn't appear. There's going to be a bit of a delay though. Like say this service is set to poll this information every 5 minutes. If I go live, there could be a 5-minute gap before the website updates, which it's not that bad, I guess, unless I make it poll like every minute. Although someone on Reddit did mention something about Twitch's rate limits. Let's quickly Google their rate limits. Has rate limits, meaning there is a set number. Yes, what is that rate limit? This Google AI sucks. Downvote that. You suck, AI. There we go. A non-AI response is better than the AI response. Seriously, Google, you guys have some training to do. I will never exceed 30 per minute. No, if I poll it once a minute, that's 3 requests per minute. I'll never exceed 30. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, so I think let's just do it. Let's actually build a search channels one. Just to get my... It's kind of really stupid that you have to do it this way. I literally have to scroll through thousands of channels to find mine to check whether it's live. I'm almost thinking this might not be worth it. Which page was I searching earlier? This one. Okay, so this is the search channel one. No, it starts from the top again with the guest star. Yeah. So those are the only ones that have an isLive flag. It's all the guest star stuff and the search channel one. So I'm going to have to make use of search channels, as annoying as it is. Then Damn, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go through so much trouble. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream. It's pretty late already. I got to go to bed. Still working tomorrow. So I've got some viewers to raid out. Let's go check who's on, who I can raid. Young King Kane. He's on at the moment. Yeah, I think let's raid Young King Kane. Cool. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Hope you all have a good evening. Get some good rest. I'm going to be raiding out to Young King Kane. There he is. He's busy playing Marvel Rivals. I think that's most of what he plays. If I remember, every time I've raided him so far, I think this is what he's been playing. So yeah, that's probably his main game. Cool. Let's end the stream. Where is OBS?